I love that. I love it, especially little Bobs.
8 years later, cracks are showing in their happy marriage. When Ed's bank account can no longer like living the high life, expensive bars, restaurants, traveling, cars, expensive clothing, that sort of thing. As he continues to live high on the hog, Carolyn loses patience with Ed's reckless spending.
She got mad at him and she made him leave.
We need a break. I think we should move out.
Because I said I got you something. So why are you telling me you need a break?
I think you should move out. Okay. Baby, he gonna move you out, sweetheart.
That's exactly what he gave me the look like. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
I'll move
You
out.
ain't gonna be here that much longer anyway, homegirl. Don't even worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Gonna get you on up out of here, sis. Don't even worry about it.
Say me move out?
Right.
So
Okay.
he was at that
We're
point.
gonna see who gonna really move
You don't
out.
know what happened to my ex-wife, huh? All right now.
But Ed's troubles are far from over.
It'd be crazy though how every time you watch these things, these people really be getting away with multiple murders. And no one ever, like, and then they move, like, from one state to another.
Yeah.
Sometimes they stay, and then sometimes they move, and then nobody ever says,
Hey, Mom, how's it
well, it's
going?
odd that you moved right after your wife died.
We're trying to reach.
You know?
She's free.
That's kind of odd.
And,
You just packed up and left?
on my way.
Is something happen?
Tragedy strikes the Amoses again.
Ah, shit.
We wonder how one family could be so unlucky.
I need you to come home right away. Please.
All right, Mom, I'm on my way.
It was a story like that with this other dude, and same thing happened. Like, he had like 4 wives, and all 4 of them were dead. Okay, and so the very first one, he took her on like a camping trip or something. And no, they were on a hike. That's what it was. It wasn't even a camping trip. They went on a hike, and somehow she fell. What's his story? She fell and she hit her head and she died. And everybody believed what he had to say because he was a doctor. So nobody questioned, like, oh, you know, what could have possibly happened? And it makes sense. Like, oh, they were hiking, she slipped, whatever. So, in the way that I feel like the way bro was getting away with it was because he wouldn't like move on hella quick. So it would be like he'd collect the insurance money. He'd live off of that for however long he needed to live off of it. And then he would go get him another woman. On top of the fact that bro's a doctor, so he got income.
Okay, where's I tell you?
Yeah, so then he'd get with another one, and then he would decide, all right, I'm done with you. And then he would get rid of that one. But it was always, so I think the next wife, she had passed away in a car accident or something like that. And so, come to find out, they find out like so much later that like the brakes had been cut. But I realized too, a lot of this shit, stuff that happened in like the 80s, 60s, 70s, you know, like they got away with a lot of shit because law enforcement wasn't really like caught up like that. Like even when you look back at like a lot of them serial killers, a lot of them got away with shit for so long because like nobody at that time there was no like nobody thought anything about no serial killers. They didn't think that that was a thing.
I know. I remember when they were saying that, like, see, we didn't think like people could kill people. Like that was
Yeah.
What?
They had a little too much faith in each other.
Even with like, you know how that like with that movie The Lovely Bones, how that
Yeah.
guy was a neighbor.
Uh-huh.
Like people trusted their neighbors back in those days. You know they didn't.
Yeah,
Like, oh yeah.
they didn't lock doors or nothing.
Right. Like, oh yeah, my neighbor's never gonna touch my kid.
Kid, that was the one.
Okay.
So your kid disappeared one day.
Okay. That daddy put that shit together. He's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. This nigga was taking pictures of my kid.
All kind of
None
shit.
of us.
Yeah. And usually that's like when you think about like especially specifically serial killers, right? A lot of them were charismatic. Like you had some of them that were just ugly and just creepy looking, and you'd be like, mm-mm. And those were probably ones that was kidnapping people and shit because they didn't have no finesse. But like when you look at like Dahmer, for instance, like Dahmer was awkward, but people were still like cool with him. Remember how cool he was with the black neighbor?
Yeah.
And that was like the only nigga he didn't do anything to.
Yeah.
And then who else? And then mind you, his whole claim to fame was like picking up hitchhikers and shit. And then when I watched the documentary on him, it's crazy because they had talked about how he got away with shit for so long because this was right around the time where like, you know, LGBTQ movements and shit like that was popping off. And so the police, like, they didn't really want to touch them kind of cases. And remember, he would tell people like, oh, this is just my boyfriend. He had a little bit too much to drink. Like, come on now. And the only person that caught on was the black lady. Remember, the black lady had been saying like this, that's a child we have to know. Like, this nigga has, and then what killed me is how long he got away with that shit when he really had priors. Because remember that one little boy he got rid of? Yeah. He had a case against him for his big brother.
Yeah. I was like, I'm confused. How
And this nigga is really over here doing lobotomies on niggas and nobody is saying anything. This lady is telling y'all like, it fucking stink in here. I'm hearing saws and shit going off all day. But because she was black, nobody wanted to listen to her. No. Then when all of that shit cracked off, it was like, oh shit, our bad.
I'm surprised, like, I don't know how he didn't kill her, but he was trying to.
He wasn't really attracted to, like, women.
Yeah.
Remember, like, all of his victims were men.
He brought her that damn body sandwich.
Girl.
That's flesh. Don't bring me no motherfucking sandwich.
Yeah, remember, that's the neighbor had caught that's when the black dudes start catching on, like, But him, fucking, you know, they always talk about like how Ted Bundy was handsome.
Yeah.
He was handsome.
He was.
And some of these niggas, when you look at some of them, you be like, damn, he's fine. What's his charge? And they be like, murder. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
And it's like, well, no wonder they was able to get him up in there. That's why they say shit, the devil was handsome.
That Bundy was wild. He fucking escaped jail.
Girl.
Like jails are the way they are
Had
now.
whole cult and shit.
Yeah.
Bitches knew this nigga was a murderer.
They didn't give a
They
fuck.
knew he was a killer.
They didn't care.
Mind you, this nigga's married now.
Freedom.
Married now. I'm like, what the fuck? Do you understand that if this nigga was outside, y'all has to be. And then remember, he had people doing shit for him.
I remember at his mother's funeral.
I'm like, what is wrong with y'all?
It's probably one of the more
Listen, if somebody tell me this nigga's a killer, all right, I'm not gonna stick around and find out. You have to tell me twice. I'm up out of here. What?
If my mom since that.
Excuse me? No. You ain't got to worry about me.
Why am I trying to be the one with the number?
I don't even give a fuck if the nigga's lying. You might think you a cool guy and just be like, yeah, so you know. Yeah, I'm out of here. Or like, remember that? I don't know if you ever heard that story of that one dude that like had murdered this woman. I don't know if it was his girlfriend, but the nigga did like karaoke night and he was singing about it. And that's how they caught his dumb ass. He literally like was freestyling, girl, and told the whole fucking story. And then literally like when the police like put two and two together, they was like, oh, this nigga really did it. What the fuck? Girl.
What?
I feel like a lot of them too, like they know they got an issue because it becomes a compulsion for them. And so they be happy when they get caught. Like I'll never forget like with Jeffrey Dahmer, they asked him, like, do you believe, like he said, they asked him like, do you think that you'll do this again? He said, of course. Because I remember when they talked about like how for a minute it was like a period in time where like the murders had slowed down. And I think it was his mom? I think it was his mother, and she ended up finding out that like they slowed down because once he realized he had like this thing for cadavers, he would go to people's funerals. He would go to people's funerals. He would like take note of where the damn gravesite was, and he'll go back after hours and go handle his scandal. But it didn't hit the same for him. I was like, oh, these people. This is why I believe that like I don't believe in eugenics in a racial way, but I definitely believe that like a lot of DNA don't need to be carried on.
Such away from the plug.
I feel like there should be people that sterilization should happen.
No, for real, it's like,
Sweetheart, I understand that this is your father, and you may not be thinking about it, but you just might have a seed
okay, you don't know what
that carries on this gene. So we're gonna have to stop you right here.
okay.
Cause the
Because
fuck.
what if it skip you, but then it don't skip your child?
And then think about how many people actually are children of these crazy ass people, and they be afraid. They be thinking like it was one girl. I think her dad. Forgot who her dad was. I want to say it was John Wayne Gacy. I don't remember, but I remember her talking about it, and she was saying like, you know, for the longest time, she, you know, wondered if she was gonna be a murderer. Like, well, if this is my dad, how do I know if this isn't, you know, running the family? There's some people that genuinely won't have kids because they're afraid.
She overdosed on cocaine, but the lab results reveal a stunning piece of this murky puzzle.
The presentation of the case was that she
Every time I watch a story like that, I look at it, trying to dead in his eyes, and I say, listen,
into her body.
if you want to find somebody else, and you want to move on with your life,
Please,
you don't gotta kill me. Just the door's right there.
Okay.
Unlock it and take your ass on. Don't kill me.
That's what
I'm
I'm
telling
telling
you
you
right
too.
now.
Like, put shit in the kids' name. Don't put
I'm
nothing
trying to
in.
tell you, like,
Because that's how they get away with a lot of it. Well, not get away, but that's why a lot of them do that shit.
Bobby's body could never have processed.
Especially that demographic of folks. Like, they do that shit for the life insurance.
okay.
And then what cracks me up is like, you don't even get a whole lot. And once they find out that you get the right paper, that shit is void. You don't even get it.
Shit. So you just tripping. But it'd be funny as fuck how they be trying to make it seem like they just so perfect and they don't do nothing. Like y'all the ones who kill y'all's wives the most.
They the ones who do a lot.
Okay, like y'all doing a lot of shit and then trying to make it seem like
The savages.
you know, yeah, like everybody's.
But we know that's all projection.
Of course it is.
That's why I'm glad that in this day and age, we don't even pay that shit no mind as a culture.
Mhm.
I already told you everything.
That's why we also know that the people saying not all white people be them white people because the ones that are not like that don't have to say that.
Exactly.
And we know it.
Bobby's murder.
Exactly. Because anybody who tells you, but I have black friends. Shut up. Shut up. But I got black friends. No, you don't. You have black
You
people.
probably, and then
who
you
try
probably
to
got that
associate
one
with.
black friend that don't
Yeah.
even like being black,
Exactly.
so they don't count.
Exactly. Like you just associating yourself with
That's
black
like that
people
dude
so you
that
can
was
say
Dylan Roof's friend or some shit, and he knew that this nigga was gonna shoot up some shit, and he said he just didn't say nothing. And then come to find out, he didn't even plan on shooting up the church. It was just that was who was open. What?
that's
Demons and fucking human bodies. I am cool.
I'm trying to tell you. That should be,
Shit, I
that
don't
should
give a fuck if snitches get stitches, baby. I'm telling.
okay, I'm telling it all. Yeah, this nigga weirdo over here, he got a book. I took
Yeah.
pictures. Y'all want me to send it to y'all or what? What y'all
Hello,
want me to do?
FBI, somebody.
Somebody need to come get this motherfucker. He talking about he about to go shoot up his whole building. I'm risking my life. So, come on. Come get this motherfucker. 'Cause he weird.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah. So he said something, and it just don't sit right with me. So, like that one boy that shot the school up, and remember the FBI actually, his mom called on him, and the FBI came to see him and his dad. And I appreciate the fact that they locked his fucking daddy up because they went and told this nigga's daddy like, hey, so bro's looking up this, that, and the third. Yeah, he don't need to have no access to nobody's guns. What is this retarded ass man going to do? Buy this fucking psychopath a gun right before his birthday. I'm so glad they locked his dumb ass up too, because this is all your fault. This ain't nobody else's fault but yours. Talking about, well, we be using them to go hunting. Yeah, well, he don't need shit around him unsupervised. He's a fucking psycho.
Okay. You could have gave it to him the day that y'all go hunting and lock that bitch back up. You did not have to give him access.
And it's wild because I haven't been around guns since I was a child. My dad always had guns. But not ever did we think that was some shit to go and put in our backpack and take to school. My daddy did not play that shit. My dad was like, this is the code. What do you use this for? Okay. Do you just go point that shit at people? No. All right. Like, what the fuck? And I really feel like it's them kids that aren't taught gun safety. And then it makes me wonder too with kids like, bro, like, I don't know if maybe he was being bullied at school or whatever, but like, y'all don't talk to y'all kids?
They clearly don't.
That's what I be concerned about.
Stories be,
Cause when
he just be alone in his room. Like,
Yeah.
He's a very quiet child.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little different, but very good kid. No, no,
play
bitch.
that
Open,
shit.
kick that fucking
Cause
door
you know
in
the
and
way
see
we
what-
grew up.
Yeah,
Nigga, you couldn't. Who's
don't
closing
play
and locking doors in the
I'm trying
fucking
to tell you.
in a household of color?
Okay. And
Nigga,
if he is
please.
closing the door, go kick that bitch open. and
The
see
only
what
way that
the
door
fuck
is
he doing.
closed is if you're changing. Fuck. My kids sleep with the door closed, baby. That door be open the rest of the day. What are we talking about? Lock who door? Nigga, please. I'm like, that's why a lot of shit didn't crack off in black and Mexican households because Caribbean households, because we busting in. But I'm using the bathroom, child. I made it. I seen
You've
it.
been in here for 15 minutes.
Okay.
What
I
are
heard,
you doing?
I heard no water go
Okay.
off or nothing.
Shit, I gotta make sure you still breathing.
Child.
Shit, you not taking yourself out on my account.
That too.
The fuck?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I'm in your business. And what?
Good.
What you doing? Yeah,
Okay.
if I have to come around that fucking corner, I didn't call your name twice. You didn't answer.
Okay.
Shit, don't play with me. Shit, no, not play with me. I said, come here now when I call you.
What are we talking
Like,
about?
no, I said I was coming. I didn't hear you. We ain't living in no
Yeah,
mansion.
you didn't come fast enough.
Okay, we don't live in no mansion. I should be able to hear you when you say I'm
That
coming.
part.
Stop, son.
Nigga, we in a
You're not in the
two-bedroom.
west wing of this mansion, okay?
Okay? We are in a two-bedroom in this bitch. Like, what? Only 2 bedrooms in this
You
motherfucker.
better
You
get in
better.
that corner, let it echo
Stop
bounce
playing.
off the walls. So I can hear you.
Exactly.
I'm coming, things.
Something.
Shit.
That's how Nick be. Nick be like, so you didn't hear me calling you? Oh, I was, nah.
No.
Child, please.
Man, that's like I forgot to tell you. So, Jay got into a fight. Well, she got into a fight.
No.
Yep. So, back in January, she got into a fight because this little Hispanic girl decided to call her the N-word. The girl called her the N-word, and then she's like, yeah.
So here's what blows me with that. Do they not know that she's Hispanic also?
Listen,
Or did they just figure out we're just gonna call her N-word because that's
First of all,
that's stupid.
people don't even know, like, from what she told me that someone told her, was she white? And I
Because
said,
she's
what?
very,
Right.
y'all are very
And
ambiguous.
I said, what?
But y'all,
Actually,
none of y'all have
white?
ever been ashamed of, like, no,
Yeah.
okay,
And I was
anyway.
like, girl, I was like, you tell them next time what you are, and you tell them don't be guessing, they could just ask.
Right.
Shit. I said, but no, you're not white, and you don't be thinking that you're fucking white. So they
Baby, that hair gives her away before
I'm telling
anything.
you.
What?
I know, that's I'm like, what? I'm confused. And so the girl, I don't know, her and the girl was exchanging words because she said she accidentally bumped the girl and she said, oh, I'm sorry.
Of course, because she's not rude.
Yeah, and the girl said, oh, you bumped into me. And she said, but I just said,
I
I'm
said
sorry.
I'm sorry.
And then the girl started getting all up in her face.
I feel like she
and
just thought
talking
that
shit.
Jay was to be fucked with because
Yeah.
Jay don't bother nobody. And
I'm
those are the
trying to
ones
tell
you
you.
need to leave the fuck alone.
And she called her the N-word, and she said, and then she called me, she's like, and she was so funny, she made me laugh. I was trying to tell her not to laugh because I'm trying to listen to what she said, but she was like, Mom, and then she called you a whore in Spanish. And I started laughing so bad. I'm like, I said, what'd she say? Tell me what she said. She called you a puta.
she don't want to.
Yeah, she was saying, but I'm like, say it.
No, say the word,
Say the
man.
word because I want to know what she said.
Yeah, so
And
we
she's
go to
like,
the people's school.
She's like, oh no, she called you a puta, and I started laughing even harder.
That's
I said, girl,
not a whore, baby. That's
I
not.
said, listen. I told her, listen. I don't care what she called me. She could have called me a bitch, a whore, a
I told
slut.
Stinky, I said the next time
care.
that them little bitches, like, the next time somebody say some silly shit to you, ask them, do they want to fight your mama?
Okay.
Does they mama want to fight your mama?
Okay.
Because I feel like if we start whooping the mama's asses, a lot of these kids wouldn't act the way they acted. Like, if you actually got to see your mama get beat up,
Okay.
you would not, you wouldn't try people kids the way that y'all be trying to kids. Because my kids are not bullies.
And that's the thing. It's like when they see that
Really
your
quick,
kid-
how we doing your ponytail?
you could just go.
Flick it back?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
When they see that you chilling and you minding your business, they want to provoke you even more.
Yeah, because they not chilling.
Yeah.
That's been my whole life.
Like that girl that I was telling you about that Jay allegedly dated for like a week.
Yeah, and was like, well, I don't
So,
understand if she didn't like me.
yeah.
She just sat there
So
playing in my face.
right after that, the girl ends up. I told her, well, you know what? I said, don't even bother being her friend or nothing.
Yeah, because she's a weirdo.
At the end of the day,
She's a fucking liability.
She's fucking weird. So, kids don't listen. She's like, oh, me and Imani, we were talking, but not like that. She's trying to be my friend again.
Nope.
And I looked at her dead in her
Yeah,
eyes
what
and I
the
told
fuck
her, do not be that girl's friend because I'm telling you right now, nothing good's gonna come from it
Yep.
and she's fucking messy. I'm telling you right now. I said, the girl knows I said, I don't talk about people's kids, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this little girl knows she fucking ugly as fuck. And because she ugly, she wanna fucking be ugly in real life, like inside, outside.
Yep.
Like this shit matters.
She can't even be
This
ugly
shit
and a good
matters.
person.
No,
she just ugly
wanna
all
be
the way
ugly
around.
all around. So she likes to stir the pot and start shit. I'm like, I'm telling you gonna know.
Oh yeah, it was a little girl at
That's-
Stinky School
yeah.
that did that same shit.
So what she gonna do? Some new girl come. She starts telling the new girl like, oh yeah, Jade this, Jade that, she's this, she's that, and the girl all of a sudden don't want to talk to Jade no more. And she's like, oh that, she's like, I don't care.
So tell them how you like me.
She's like, I don't care. She's like, but I just don't understand like why she steady always trying to like talk about me and this.
She
and that,
don't
and the other.
want Jade, and then I think too she wants Jade to herself.
Yeah, she do.
She got like some weird ass obsession.
Yes,
So
she
you
do.
don't like her like you say you do.
That's what I told
But you
you.
acting like y'all.
That's
okay,
what I told
fucking
Jade.
weirdo.
So the shit kept going on, and I just told Jade, like, you know what, ignore her. I said, but when the time comes, you know, we'll handle it. We'll handle it. Don't worry about it.
Right.
So, fast forward, like, this shit happened, like, way in the fucking, like, second half of 4th grade. We're now talking about 5th grade. The girl's still trying to, like, say little things about her, getting other people to, you know, talk shit about her. So I told her, man, I said, just ignore her, because she just wants your attention. She
That's
wants
all it
you
is.
to go back and forth with her.
And
So
some
Jade
people
ignored
thrive
her.
off of that shit. Like
Yeah, so Jade ignored her, and then when they got to the 7th grade or whatever, which is where she's at now, the girl, this is the part that pissed me off. Like, all 7th grade, she was kind of saying little stuff, and I told Jade, like, yeah, one of these days you're gonna have to beat her ass just like she can leave you the fuck alone. So, first day of school, January 6th, Jay comes home talking about something. Mom, my friend walked up to me and told me that your mommy walked up to her and told her that she had a dream about me. I said, what kind of fucking dream? Right? And she's like, oh, she said she had a dream that she beat my ass. I said,
well,
oh,
you
really?
know, let's make that dream come
I said,
true
oh,
in the
really?
reverse. Cause what are we doing?
I'm like, oh really? She had a dream that she beat
That's
you
cute.
up? That's crazy. She said, yeah. And then she was telling people like that she like beat me up in her dream and that and all this and all that. And I'm like, first of all, that's fucking weird as fuck. That she's on her winter break and she's
And you dreaming about
me.
me?
I said, why the fuck is she dreaming about you? I said, she's a fucking weirdo. I said, but I'm gonna tell you this right now and here. I said, you already know, like, I don't ever tell you to start no shit. I don't ever tell you to go to school and start
she ain't
picking on
starting it
people or
though.
nothing. But I'm gonna tell you right the fuck now. I said, that bitch walked up to you, that let her the fuck out.
Give her everything she asked you for.
Exactly. I said, because I'm sick and tired of her. So they finally fought. They were fighting or whatever. Jay's like, yeah, I kept fucking her. All she kept doing was scratching me.
Those are always the ones though.
Yeah, she's this guy's dating her face. And I told her, like, yeah, look at all the people that she can fought. Every time she fights somebody, they end up with scratches and then she thinks she won it.
Child.
You didn't win because you put no scratches on nobody's fucking face, bitch. Like, you're a weirdo. So, now the girl learned her lesson, so now she's not saying much to Jade. I
Should have shut the fuck up on
Cause
time
Jade,
ago.
she had me dying. She like, I was trying to keep a straight face because I'm like, you know, I don't want her thinking like violence is always the key. It is sometimes,
it do be the
you know.
answer.
Sometimes
Sometimes people don't
especially with that
understand when
bitch.
you
You know, so I'm like, I wasn't mad at her. I didn't so she came to me and she told me, and she's like, yeah, she was thinking about she called me a bitch like in first period she called me a bitch. She's like, but I was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna ignore
I'm
her.
gonna see you, don't even worry about it.
You know, she's like, but then when we got to 4th period, she started looking at me funny, and then she was just sitting there, and I just got tired. So I just walked over to her, and I just took off on her.
This girl. We don't condone fighting, but goddamn it, you ain't finna just keep letting people bully you. Sometimes you gotta show people you're not gonna fuck with.
Okay.
And I feel like cause Jay be so quiet and she be so chill, they don't understand that I used to fucking kill her. Cause that was me. Like I used to get fucked with all the time. All the time. Then when I started putting hands on people, they right got it.
Okay.
And
Now
then
you
my
mad.
parents
Now
like
you
would get
mad.
mad at me because I would literally like fight and cry after.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be like, what are you crying for? You won. I didn't want to fight in the first place. I literally was that one that used to be like, so we can't just talk, we can't talk about it? No? You want to talk it out?
Okay.
Alright, well fuck it, let's square up. Now I'm gonna be beating your ass for the lady that used to abuse me when I was 6
Yeah.
and all kind of
Okay.
shit. Like,
And now when she went back to
Atlanta might have
school,
pissed Jade off that morning.
man.
And now you in your ass to it for her little sister.
You don't know what happened. You don't know what's going on. But she did want to fight that girl because she was already saying, like, she told me, like, oh, I'm ready. I was like, I know you are. I'm like, it's been a long time coming. Just lay her ass out. And then she told me when she went back to school on Friday, because she did get suspended for like 2 days.
Yeah, girl,
When she when she went back to school, she said, yeah, she kept, every time she said, I kept feeling like somebody was staring at me. She's like, and every time I look over, she's looking at me. I said, yeah, because she's looking like, damn, I couldn't believe that she just took off on me like that.
That's why I be like, you could have just been my friend.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to do all of that.
I said, but I bet you she won't fuck with you again, because now she knows.
She know now.
She felt them hands now. She's like, yeah, I don't want to deal with that no more.
I can do what I want when I
And it's so sad because it's like, okay, so are you jealous of me? What is it?
No, I think that she really likes Jay. I think she really likes Jay, and she's mad that Jay is not reciprocating that feeling.
Well, I mean, when Jay was trying to be cool,
Okay.
you was playing in my niece's face.
Exactly.
So she said, fuck it.
And I think that
Okay,
there probably is.
that and fuck you.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some jealousy there too. That she's like, oh, I gotta get everybody.
Especially when
my
she's
life.
trying to make, when she's trying to recruit people against her and all kind of shit. Like, I had to tell one of my other nieces that like she was going to that school with some girl that's supposed to be her friend, and then she find out behind the scenes the little bitch is like spreading rumors and shit. And they in high school, so you know it's worse. And so she said she pulled the girl to the side and was like, hey, like, so I'm hearing this and this, like, why are you doing it? I thought we was friends. And the little girl was like, pretty much trying to do all the rah-rah shit. So, girl, White called me and she said, auntie, she was like, I'm about to go fuck this bitch up.
It's hard to
I was like,
understand.
what you gotta do, girl? So her and her friends hopped in the car, because Riley got a car with drive. Okay, they hopped in that car and dipped out.
Okay.
And they called me, sent me a picture, girl. They all looking like some No Limit soldiers. They all in the car and all she got was scratched. And we don't condone that, but it's just like, bro, some people really don't understand the English language. Like, why we can't just have, like the bitch the other day. That shit, like, y'all all had a conversation with her how many times?
Yeah, several.
You wanted your ass up at this point. Just say that. Just say that you know what, I don't feel like y'all love me until y'all with mine. Some people really just need an answer, man. There's nothing else to do.
And then thought that we were gonna go back and beg her or something.
No,
Like,
no.
Nobody got time. You been no fucking word.
Family meeting for who? No,
You been saying
absolutely not.
shit. You been saying shit. You been doing shit. I already told you the last time. To
Yeah,
not
ain't
bring
nobody
this shit my
doing
way
shit.
no more.
And you did. So you got what you was asking for. And you disrespected this girl in her own house, but didn't have no fucking smoke for the bitch you had phone for. That's what blows me. That's what makes me think, like, does she think that, like, what kind of bitches I'm out here?
Well, the funny part is that I told I got told because me and Shana were talking about it, and I said because I guess her because Nanny's supposed to be her god sister. And so her sister, Deshana's sister, got mad at Deshana and told her, like, why you didn't, like, stop the fight from happening.
No, that was supposed to happen.
And so I told her, you need to tell your sister, for one, to mind her fucking business, because she don't be involved.
She don't even know what's
She
going
involve
on.
herself. She don't be at girls' night or any night with us. I said, every time that we hang out with Nanny, she always doing
And then
real
if it's
shit.
your god sister, you know how your god sister get in.
Exactly. Everybody know how she get down. The girl that got into it with her own sisters.
Yeah.
You know her own sisters.
At some point, it's like, baby, you the problem.
Her stepsister said she was gonna slap the shit out of her. Like, it's people that really want to put hands on her, and then they got back in with her, but because of her mouth, because she always thinks that she could say what she wants, how she wants, and everybody's just supposed to take it however, because she says, oh, well, I'm just keeping it real. Okay, so when
I
keep it,
hate
so when I keep
that.
it real with your ass, make sure you stand on that shit.
I hate that so bad.
Yeah.
I'm just being real. No,
Yeah.
you're being an
You're being a
asshole.
bitch. Yeah, exactly. You're being fucking rude. There's a
I
way
had to tell mommy that shit one day. She's like, I'm just keeping it real. No, you're actually being very rude. It's not real. You're rude as shit.
You keeping it really rude, motherfucker. Like, there's ways to tell people shit without hurting they fucking.
And you're not even trying to be like cool with the shit. You purposely being a mean girl.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing real about that. You real rude.
And I'm just like, girl, for somebody who's got a mind, what happened in that? You might want to get the mind. You might want to get the
That's usually how that works though. You know they say like the loudest in the room be the one with no fucking
I'm
motion.
trying to tell you.
Not no motion.
Like, everybody know I don't be talking no shit. I don't be running my mouth. I just be
We
sitting
trying
there
to
like,
have a good time. I don't
Exactly.
understand the miserable ass Betty
I
stuff.
just be like, I don't get it.
Like, that's why the people that don't like me, I be like, get in my house. You making TikToks and shit with my kids.
She lucky because like that same night, my sister did try to apologize to her because she said she blacked out, right? And
Girl,
but like that,
she earned it.
But my sister was like, I didn't even really need to fight you or whatever. But then she gonna tell my sister like, yeah, I'll give you that. You snuck me. And, yep, she told my sister like, oh, you snuck me. You got
How
the
I
best
sneak
of me.
you and you sitting on the couch?
She said you got the best of me because I was sitting down. And then
Oh,
my sister
girl.
said, see, this is what the fuck I'm talking about with this bitch. And I said,
Ah!
I don't see it. I don't see it.
But
And
y'all
then-
been seeing it. That's the thing. She don't even
Exactly.
understand how many chances y'all Arden gave her.
Exactly. And then I'm talking to her as this. I really was about to slap the shit out of her. I ain't even gonna lie. I have to hold myself back. So I was like, you know what? She don't need 2 apples tonight. It's fine. But she was
She might
like,
have needed to.
she gonna say, I was talking to her, and she gonna say, oh, it's funny how y'all didn't say shit to Jen, but y'all all in my face trying to tell me shit. I said, bitch, I did say something to my sister. I said, the minute that she got in a fight, I told her, I didn't tell her she was wrong, but I was like, you know, you didn't have to do her like that. She was part of the couch, you know. But, you know, you didn't have to do her that dirty, but I feel you, you know. I was like, but I was like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You got it off your chest. She feel the way she feels. It is what it is. You can't go back.
She's
in
still
time.
in line because she's still running her mouth. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Still running her mouth. Like
You
she's a
block
big
me
bad-
and you talking shit.
Big bad wolf. Like, girl, come on now.
No, we all know.
My thing is like, why are you going on Facebook? Tell anybody and who and I don't
And what's
and my
Facebook
thing is
finna
like,
do?
my thing is like, even if your family feels some type of way, bring them.
Come on.
Bring them. Bring all of them because you know where we all live. You've been to all of our addresses, all of our houses, and you have yet to knock on anybody's door to handle your beef.
What blows me is like, how hard is it for you to just say, you know what, like, I was wrong? Because if you really valued our friendship the way you say you did,
Yeah.
this could have been a conversation and been dropped a long time
A
ago.
long time ago.
Ellen's purse
That was me. I'd have been like, you know what, you got me. I'm talking shit, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And I fucking told Deshauna, I said, because Deshauna was like, oh no, she's saying that she talking about me and she lying on me and I need to talk to her because I need to clear that shit up. She ain't gonna be lying on my name. Da, da, da. And I said, why do you want to talk to her? I said, she's not gonna listen to you. Nothing you say is gonna matter to her. You're gonna be wasting your time. I said, do not reach out to her. She didn't listen to me. She reached out to her. She tried to reach out to
Aggravated her own damn nerves.
Exactly. She tried to reach out to her, but like I said, she was blocked. So she ended up reaching out to her husband, telling her husband like, "Oh, you need to tell your bitch that she needs to have accountability on her part of how she did whatever she did, right?" And he said, "Oh, to be honest, I don't need to tell her shit. You fucked up because he's like, respectfully, I don't be in women's stuff." I said, "That's the same shit a bitch nigga say before they get into some
Before
shit.
they get into
Before
women
they get into
business,
some women's
I don't be in women
I said,
business.
tell that stud to shut the fuck up before he gets fucked up too." I said, because he ended up sending her this message. She sent it to me and I read it. And I said, I suggest you tell him to keep my motherfucking name out his mouth before I get my man, who's really going to put hands on him and he's going to know what it feels like to get his ass beat. So I'm just going to tell you right now. And I told Sean, hey, listen, I don't be involving you in shit.
He knows.
You know what I'm saying? I said, but I'm
you don't even be on that type of
I said,
time.
I'm going to let you know this nigga right here is popping his mouth like he a bitch. And I'm going to need you to fuck his ass up. Because if he says one more fucking thing about me, I'm telling you right now, you're going to have to handle him swiftly.
Christmas gonna come early.
I'm trying to tell you because I'm like, because I'm not going to keep. I said, first of all, I said, the reason why he asked my name at the end of the fucking sentence is because he don't know shit about me. So he
only going out for his black
and she don't know shit about me either.
Exactly.
So you can't leave, you just go and say, you just because I was in the room, you added me in. No, bitch. That's not how that
I
works.
didn't even beat you up.
That's not how that works.
And then people do that shit, I be like, well shit, I should have.
I should have.
All that
because
shit talking you doing now.
why are you trying to involve me? And then, of course, then she said, oh, I should. Then her and the girl ended up, like I said, for her birthday, she ended up unblocking her. And then she's like, oh, what you about to do for your birthday? Acting stupid, like she didn't know that she was gonna hang out with us or whatever. So then the day after her birthday, she was supposed to hang out with her, because she said, oh yeah, I'm gonna come over to your house so we can celebrate your birthday, da 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 da. And I told her,
you know you ain't gang.
and I told her, like, you know, I'm off on Monday, so I told her, hey, if she said anything about me, you let me know. I
Call
promise
me.
you, I'll be
I hit
on
the corner.
First, I'll be on the first Uber over to your house.
Okay.
Because we gonna
I'll
dress
be in the
this.
corner real fast.
Yeah, we gonna dress this. Yeah, bitch. What's up? You said something about me?
Good.
Yeah, you said something about me? Because I'm here now. What you saying to her? No, say it to me because I'm here now.
Yeah.
I love for people to tell me how they feel about me to me.
I really wish they would.
Okay? Let me know. So I could, I could agree with you or disagree with you. Shit. Until next week,
What you asking for? What are we looking for?
But she went over there and was like, oh, I'm so fucking pissed. Da, 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 da. I told her, hold up. First of all, what the fuck did I tell you? I told you not to reach out to her. You chose to reach out to her.
Yeah.
So you making yourself upset after I told you not to do it. You don't be listening. You didn't want to
Or
listen
him
to
in
that.
top ass.
Yeah. Like, girl, I told you don't reach out to her. I said at the end of the day, she don't want to hear shit you gotta say. All she wanted was someone who she could talk shit and prolong this shit with, and you gave her that window of opportunity when you fucking opened up the door and reached out to her husband, which then made her unblock you so she could go back and forth with shit. No, bitch. I wish the fuck I would. I wish the fuck I would know that somebody blocked me and then I'm going out of my fucking way to find a way to talk to you about some shit to clear my name. For what?
That's what we're not doing.
I'm not doing that shit. She's like, but she's lying on me. I said, it doesn't fucking matter.
I get that because I don't like to be lied on
yeah,
either.
but the
like,
thing is, people gonna lie on you
my
all
thing
the
is, we
time.
already not friends. So who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
I'm not defending myself no more. Bitch, we not
And you know
friends.
she's a fucking liar. She's been fucking lying. Like, this is not the first occasion she's lied. So, nothing that she's gonna say today is gonna make her change today.
I just feel like when the trash take itself out, people should let it.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna bring you back in.
I feel like once the trash take itself out, ain't nothing else for us to talk about.
Right? What the fuck I'm going dragging the trash back in talking about, yeah, I love the way you smell. No, motherfuckers, go back outside. No, not me. I don't give a fuck. And I know people be looking at me like, this bitch don't be giving a fuck about
No,
nothing.
I don't even think it's, they just, I mean, but how long, I feel like you gave her one too many chances, you gave her a whole lot of grace. So I feel like whatever happens after that is on her. And then even after all of that, like, it wasn't even no funk on your end. It was just like, okay, well, I mean, you and my sister heard it out. It was going to happen.
That's all it was.
You disrespecting my sister in her house. I mean, what you think you was going to get?
Exactly.
And that was the end of that. But she want to keep dragging it. Like,
even my sister was like, she's stupid as fuck. You didn't even choose no side.
People that lack accountability really make me uncomfortable because, like, you could have literally, like, I don't know how many times, well, I don't fight my friends. We ain't never been in that kind of situation. But, like, my thing is, like, all you have to do is really just,
and that's
look, y'all,
like,
I was drunk.
I feel like she was never
I was feeling away.
to begin with, though. I feel like
I don't think that she was never one. I just think that she got around y'all, and I don't think that she knew that. Like, number one, she didn't match with y'all, and two, she spent so much time being intimidated that she never really got the chance to get to know y'all. That's what it was.
Because every time that we got to talking to her, all she wanted was to, like, I remember this shit like it was like, Deshauna had ended up like having a miscarriage. And we decided to like get together to kind of get her mind off of it. So they were like, oh, we're gonna do something at the house. My sister was riding around with the other bitch that we don't fuck with no more because she was a weirdo too, acting like that. And I told them, because mind you, I didn't hang
sometimes
around.
You are, when you know first, they be
like, I told them.
Oh, be
like,
nice.
No, I was like, nah, I'm gonna tell y'all, that one right there, she likes to start shit and she likes to stir the pot. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna see it because she's always getting into it with y'all. But tell her, don't do it over here because I'm not your friend. Okay? But one day we were sitting there waiting for my sister to get back to the house because we needed her to open the gate to get to her apartment building. So we sitting on the outside my sister's thing and she's like, yeah. You know, I just be feeling sometimes like y'all all hang out and like when you guys hang out, you know, sometimes I'm not invited to those things and I'll be like, well, where's my invitation? Or, you know, I just really be feeling like I'm an outsider and I really be feeling like y'all really don't fuck with me like that and stuff like that and this and that and the other. And I told her, well,
I don't know.
I was like, I don't really know you like that. Like, we haven't really hung out enough for me to know you like that. I said, all the relationships that I got with anybody, I've built them on my own, and they've made their part to build it on their own. And even when you all a friend group, everybody's gonna have their own like different like friendships. Exactly. So why are you mad? I'm not understanding why you're mad. What are you really mad about? And she even brought up shit like, oh yeah, because Deshauna, like, she be buying y'all kids stuff, everybody's kids stuff, and then when it comes to my kids, she don't be buying them nothing. Well, that sounds like something you need to address with her.
What they got to do with me?
Her wallet do not belong to me, sis.
What does that have to do with me, though?
When she get her paycheck, it don't say shit. It ain't got shit to do with me because her paycheck don't come to me. You know, I'm not her
Yes.
manager.
Ah,
I'm not
that's
her
so.
financial manager. Yeah, and she would tell Deshauna all the time, like, Deshauna would be like, oh, because, you know, Deshauna is Ilana's godmother.
Yeah.
So why would she not buy her goddaughter something? And then she'd be like, oh, Hansel, what you buying my kids for Christmas?
Girl, a
Sounds
Blue's
like a
Clues?
hater.
What the fuck?
You sound like a hater, sis. Like,
Take a seat in the weak bitch section. Because,
Okay.
excuse me?
so she's been doing shit, and that's why I told Deshauna, like, yeah, you need to tell your sister, like, she's been doing weirdo shit from jump. And she's
I feel
been,
like
you
we
know,
need to
doing
talk about
shit.
judging character because
Okay,
why do you keep attracting these weird ass people and keeping them around?
that's all I'm saying.
Because that's what it buckled down to.
That's
You keep
all I'm
attracting
saying.
these weird ass people.
That's all I'm saying. Because she is mainly Deshauna though, and I'm.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
gonna have a real talk with her one of these days because I'm gonna tell her like, listen, I know that you went through similar shit like me
I
when you
think
were young,
some people's hearts just be too
but.
big. And at some
And
point,
it's
your
not- I
heart.
don't think it's even that her heart is too big. I think that she literally has issues that she has not like resolved in herself.
Okay.
That she keeps attracting these type of people. Like,
Well,
she
yeah,
has
like
this,
how we have to sit down and say, okay,
yeah,
where
like it's
is
that not abandonment issues, but she has the other issue where like
attachment issue?
not necessarily attachment, but like she has to take care of everybody. Like she gotta be there for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, like people gotta depend on her or feel like they, you know, I guess
She
she
needs to feel needed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she needs to feel needed. And part of that is probably because when she was younger, no one needed
Yeah.
her. You know?
I understand that.
So
I've
it's
been
like I
there.
get it. We've all been there.
Yeah,
but
but
when you
we're
start
grown
when you start
and
cycling
yeah.
through the same type of people,
And that's what made
you
me
gotta kinda
myself
be
be
like,
like, okay, no,
yeah.
it's them, but it's me.
But it's
Because
me
what is
too.
it about me
I'm trying
that
to
keeps
tell you. Because
attracting
when
these
I
fucking people around me?
fucking stopped fucking with Javon's dad, and I finally decided to get into another relationship, and this nigga thought he was gonna put his hands on me.
Yeah, you had to look up and
And
go hold the
then
hell on now.
exactly. And then when I went over and I was talking to this other guy, and he pushed me to the wall.
Oh
I
yeah,
said, you
no.
know what? It's something about me that makes people feel comfortable that they can